It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Well, there is a brand new stadium starting to take shape just across the way, but for now, the action is here at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And it just feels like Allen has the Bills on the cusp of something great. Another 13-win season last year, and they're officially perennial favorites in the AFC. Behind that effort, continued excellence from one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On play action, Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills.
2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this Buffalo defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Able to find the open man. That's That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards. First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The Jets at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run with Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown!
Breece Hall with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Cook. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Taken right around the 44. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mind?
Here's a diving catch right side.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Bills nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 and out the gate? What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Jets now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Now Hall to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Evans here.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
They find some open field here.
He's still on his feet. Breece Hall.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And by 2 touchdowns.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Jets.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Pushing his way through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. I asked him before the game, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Rodgers now on 1st down. He hits Adams complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Sirline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Allen will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And he'll be... That will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook.
He'll get this to about the 38.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 48.
Allen going to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bills ready to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe. down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Allen now on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside. Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and it's now 35-14. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
At his current pace, sure looks well in. 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Now, 3rd and 14.
A handoff for Hall.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Samuel.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this is Cook with the grab.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Touchdown, Bills.
Shakir from 6 yards away. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 49-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Alexander Madison, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He's accounted for 4 touchdowns already, 3 on the ground and another one through the air for good measure. He was able to run wild in those first 2 quarters. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Ball again on second down.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
168 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll go again with Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Evans has it left side. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, That's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing is Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Breaks through the contact.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well. And this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 17-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blow. Let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen going to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Allen. That is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus,
oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And here come the Bills.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And in on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
This is Hall.
And he gets it down to the 32.
And 79 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
32 yards.
And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And the Bills getting set to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will take over. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run. It's Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest after.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quinnen Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
From the gun, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And a full 10 yards.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Man, 220 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Hall again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Give to Hall running right.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen.
They have to Offensively here at the outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Here we go. 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. To throw is Taylor. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Allen's throw taken in by Samuel.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for the Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Allen again.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Allen.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And is this
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
That's some good hard running there as he pushes his way forward for about 5.
Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
You talk about this Miami defense.
And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He finds Wilson.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with...
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Ball on a give up the middle.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. They finishes off the drive. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
20. From and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about...
On play action, Rodgers. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle to Evans.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here,
a higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Week 13 of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jets and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. The Jets at 9-2 to start play. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have it first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Hall. And very little. He'll get a couple up to the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On play action, now Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense?
glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Rodgers. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll give to Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there. And, oh, my. Oh, that's Aaron Rodgers. The quarterback shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end. On 3rd down, Cousins. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Quinton Williams, he continues to wreak havoc in the offense. Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a first down in the red zone. Again, it's Cousins.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and find another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do. Play fake. Cousins.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Cousins now to throw on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10.
A handoff for Hall.
Broken tackle. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Taylor now off the bootleg.
Outright, he's got Rucker.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pick number 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons' 2-yard line.
Ball again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just...
This defense already down on the scoreboard here in a 1-score game. They need a stop. They need a quick stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Cousins.
That is intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And that...
Taylor.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
The throw by Taylor there, not Knocked away and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Now Taylor.
His throw incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Able to push his way through. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. They'll go again with Hall.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken it. This defense just one timeout left. This one all but over as we take you down for the final moments. Now Cousins.
This is Robinson.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Cousins.
Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder set so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points.
It's week 14 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jets and the Texans. And it's...
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. And the Jets offense ready to take over. And they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game.
North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Here's Hall again.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
The Jets at 10-2 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
This is Hall. To about the 26 here. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. And in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week. That great creativity.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
With touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Stroud working out of the gun. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach...
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Second and 10. Paul want to give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine.
Touchdown, Jets! Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And Stroud now to throw.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
It's a gain of 25.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week, the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trench.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the side. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Jets set to take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
They'll run here with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Hall with
his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will... .25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Texans football to start quarter 2.
Now Stroud.
As they've got it 2nd down and 11. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Play action. Stroud now. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught by Evans. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. Back in the end zone, could he get his? No, it's incomplete. And that... incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run. It's Hall.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Evans has it left side.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Texans nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Here's Stroud.
To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
135 yards for him on the ground now. On that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now.
35. Texans nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Got his man, Dell.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Justin Fields strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Panthers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. We were treated to a strong first half from the new Jet, Aaron Rodgers. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get